Hello, this is a message for someone who's really unhappy at their job and they're actually obsessing about quitting. But if this message is for you, you don't have a plan. This is more like you're overwhelmed by feelings of unhappiness and lack of fulfillment, and something happened that was the last straw recently, and you are plagued. If this message is for you, you've been, ever since this last incident, you've been plagued by feelings and it's like quitting ideation. Okay, you keep seeing yourself quit in a variety of ways this job that you had for a long time. Okay, and the thing is, you know that you can't just do that. Like, it doesn't make sense, or there would be kind of repercussions that, like, you can't just up and quit. Like, you would have to give your notice, or you have to make some kind of plan. You would have to coordinate with other people. There's a lot of moving parts in you quitting this job if you do. And it's not to say that you can't or that you shouldn't, but the moment isn't there yet, okay? So I'm getting that it's not the right time yet, okay? So you are getting these feelings for a reason, though, and that's the part you should not ignore, okay? These feelings and thoughts and conclusions that you're getting to are extremely important, and they're actually clues as to your next move, okay? But the information is important in a different way than you've been looking at it, okay? So it's not important in the sense of how they suck, even though initially that's what your thoughts might be focused on, is on how they suck, and so you want to quit, or how they've treated you badly, and so you want to quit, or how they haven't appreciated you, so you want to quit, or they've put you in bad situations for you, so you want to quit. It's not, even though your train of thought is going in that direction right now, it's not what this information is for. This information is so you can realize what are deal breakers for you in the workplace and why. Okay, so it's actually a very important experience you're having right now. This emotional contrast you're experiencing is supposed to help you define your next move forward. If this message is for you, even though now you're obsessing about quitting, you've been unhappy at your job for a long time. And so this is probably not even the first time that you get a wave of quitting urges, but they pass. Okay, so this time, every time this happens is for the same reason. If you want this cycle to close and for you to go to the next cycle, it's all about learning the lesson. Always remember that. If you want to upgrade in life, if you want to go to the next level in anything, you need to master the lessons of where you're at. Okay, that's your first to do in order to achieve that. So this is happening to you, so you learn about yourself, so you learn about your career trajectory. So the sooner you take that approach with the information, the sooner you'll be on your way to your better job, okay? So your better situation. So all this anger, all this discomfort, all this unhappiness that you're feeling right now, you need to analyze it. But again, not from the angle of, this is why these people suck, this is why I need to leave, but from the angle of, this is the kind of thing I just can't live with. This is the kind of behavior I just can't put up with. This is the kind of dynamic that is just not healthy for me, or that's not work for me. This is the kind of scenario I cannot tolerate, okay? And go deeper as well. I recommend journaling on this because there's a depth of lesson here that might not come out unless you journal and give it its proper time, attention, and priority. Okay, so you really need to set some time aside to think about this and ruminate about it and figure it out. So once you have your list of the things that you have learned through this experience are deal breakers for you that you can't tolerate, then you need to get deep into why. Okay, and again, avoid superficial blaming reasons, even though they might be the more obvious narrative choices that come up to your mind. Try to dig deeper. Don't focus on the validity or not of those feelings and thoughts. They might be valid, that these people suck or whatever, but whether they're treating you poorly or that this is illegal, whatever it is, it might be completely valid. You may be completely correct, but for the purpose of your development, this should be aimed at you and your experience. So let's say you are thinking, well, I can't put up with this. Why not? Well, the first things that may come up might be, again, general blamey things like, well, I can't put up with this because this is not how anyone should be treated. No one should be treated this way at work, or because I deserve better than this, or because out of principle. And while these things are valid, this is not where the lesson lies. So dig deeper. I cannot put up with this because then I wake up every day dreading my life. For example, I cannot tolerate this type of dynamics because I feel so drained and so depressed that I lose my will to live. I cannot accept this treatment because it wears down on my self-esteem and it takes a toll in every area of my life. Okay, this is where the real work is. You need to get to these true, deeper reasons, and they will show you a roadmap to what your next step should be. Okay, so instead of thinking, example, so I have this HR job and I guess I need to look for another HR type job in a similar company, similar pay grade. Let's see what I can do. No, you look at it like, well, so far working these kinds of jobs, these HR jobs, this is how I felt. In my last one I felt this way, and in the next one I felt this way, and in this one I feel this way. So my next job needs to be, again, let's go through the reasons why you can't put up with that. Because it's draining you of your will to live, then you need a job that energizes you. A job that makes you excited to get up in the morning and go to it. A job that boosts your self-esteem. A job that makes you feel good about the things you're doing on a daily basis. A job that, that brings you the feelings that you're needing in order to thrive in your life. Again, this is happening to you so you can experience this contrast and you can realize that you need the opposite. And once you figured out that you need to follow that trail of needs and daily real experiences rather than this abstract job concepts like, I have a career in HR. And I've worked in tech companies. So I guess I'm a HR tech industry expert. And so I'm gonna continue to look for jobs like that. No, maybe you angle it as, I like helping people and I have a history in HR and I wanna work in a team that inspires me, resonates with me, and where I feel excited to go work with them every day. Okay? So it's a change in looking at the situation. I hope it helps.